it was in those spaces where I came to understand, what it means to really stand strong in this work, right? It's not all going to be easy. There's going to be times where you're going to be attacked by conservative forces. There's going to be times where maybe national figures are, like happened to me, going to be calling you out of your name on national TV for just standing up doing your job as a diversity officer. And there's going to be times where diversity leaders have to understand that there's these moments of truth where you're going to be aggressed against inside of with your colleagues. They're going to microaggress against you, these everyday insults. They're going to try to invalidate your presence. And you have to understand how you're going to deal with those things. And at the same time, there's going to come moments where you're probably going to have to say what's uncomfortable. Do what's uncomfortable. One of the things we talk about when you're a diversity officer, a really good one, you become the conscience of the organization, good, bad, or indifferent. Now, should you? No. Is that in the job description? No. They put the SVP, Chief Diversity Officer, and must be moral conscience of institution. Absolutely not. But when we peel beneath the layers of, what is the espoused job and then what is the real job, a part of the real job is you have to have the ability to be that conscious. And beyond that, you have to have very strong moral convictions in who you are, right? You have to know exactly what you stand for, exactly what your why is, exactly where your lines is. And this is one of the things I say to diversity officers all the time, whether I'm coaching, in higher ed or corporate. I tell leaders in this regard in our training programs and our coaching work, we tell them, look, there's going to come a time probably where you're going to have to leave. Right? There's an expiration to this role of leadership, just like there is for great CEOs, just like there is for great chief marketing officers, just like there are for great presidents. Times and need will necessitate the type of leaders that we need in our organizations. With diversity officers, the issues don't change, unfortunately, fast enough that the issues have changed that we need a new type of diversity officer necessarily. But what does change is your ability to be effective. Because if you're constantly pushing against the grain, and I'm not talking about standing up, arguing in every meeting, that's not pushing against the grain. That's being a rabble-rousel. But I'm talking about if you're pushing a change agenda in terms of strategy and policy and structure and representation and psychology of working with leaders, but you're doing this strategically in the right way, even then you're going to have an expiration date. You're going to need to move on. So I tell diversity officers all the time, they got to be prepared to move on. Had a great experience at Wisconsin. We did phenomenal work. But then it was time for another chapter, and ultimately we moved on to what the next chapter was.